Morning, student. Today we will discuss about my friend Ramu, chapter number 1. I am giving here the summary of this chapter. We will have the summary of this chapter, my friend Ramu. My friend Ramu is the character in which he is friend of the narrator, you can say the writer. Both are friend. Narrator likes narrator likes to go near the ponds, see the scenario there, and he see what they are doing. Like buffaloes, some animals are swimming inside the water. One boy Ramu is there, and he is swimming in the middle of the pond. In the middle of the pond. In this chapter, we are having three characters. One is Ramu, second narrator, third grandfather, fourth we can say some animals discussion are being there. In this chapter, the writer wants to say that we should be kind to the person, we should be kind to the animals, we should be kind to the birds. We should not kill them. We should not kill them. उन लोगों को मारना नहीं है. We should save their life. Because if we cut our hand, how we feel? Like that only, if we kill the animals, you can recognize that by the feeling how they feel while cutting, while killing them. So in this chapter, my friend Ramu, narrator was not knowing how to swim. He only watches, go and watch there. Ramu was swimming and he told to the writer that I will teach you how to swim. And he promised him that I will teach you. And afterwards, the writer also learned how to swim. Again, in this chapter, you will see there is the discussion about the Shiva, Lord Shiva, and the bird. Bird is what? Having blue at their neck. Why it is Nilkant जिसको कहते हैं. Nilkant. In this chapter, you will learn about the Lord Shiva has drank all the poison of the earth so that no one should use that poison. Poison को खत्म किया उन्होंने कि कोई दूसरा उसको पिए ना. So, student, you should remember very carefully that we should be kind, we should be thankful to the animals, birds, and to the natures. Now, I am reading this chapter in front of you. See, it is necessary because someone are having the book, someone are not having yet to purchase. They should purchase this book so that they can have their study well. First paragraph is what? I soon grew into the habit of visiting the pond on my own to explore its banks and shallows, and taking off my shoes I would wade into the muddy water up to my knees and pluck the water lilies of the surface. Lilies of the surface. Student, what this first paragraph means? The writer is going. Where is he going? He is visiting the ponds. He is visiting the ponds, and he is going near the bank of the river, bank of the pond. Bank means kinara, तालाब के किनारे, नदी के किनारे. And he's holding his knees, going in the muddy water. If you go in the mud, you will first what you will do? You will put your pants up, then you will enter in that very pond. And this is the scenario. And what is plucking from the surface there? Water lilies, which is found near the pond. Now, student, in second paragraph, you will say, one day when I reached the pond, I found it already occupied by the buffaloes. Their owner, a boy a little older than I, was swimming about in the middle of the pond. What the writer is saying here? One day when he reached the pond, he saw what he saw? He saw that one saw the buffaloes and one boy older than him was swimming middle in the pond. I have discussed in the summary also. One boy is swimming in the middle of the pond, and he is little older than that writer. Pull himself up on the back of one of his buffaloes, stretch his naked brown body out of the animal's glistening back, and start singing to himself. And when he will go to the village and he will see some boys are swimming in the pond, what they do? They sit on the back of the buffaloes and they start singing. Like that only, this scene is created here. When the boy saw me staring at him from across the pond, he smiled, showing gleaming white teeth in his dark, sunburned face. He invited me to join him in a swim. I told him I could not swim, and he offered to teach me. He offered me to teach me. What? He was watching from the surface of the bank of the pond, and the boy name was Ramu. He was calling him, come and swim. But he told, I don't know how to swim. So, what Ramu told him? I will teach him. I will teach you how to swim. He dragged off the back of his buffalo and swam across to me. And he came across the pond near to him. And I, having removed my shirt and shorts, followed his instruction until I was struggling about among the water lilies. Student, it is difficult to learn how to swim. But Ramu taught him how to swim. First, he felt difficulty. Then he has started swimming inside the water. The boy's name was Ramu. I have already told you that boy name was Ramu. The boy's name was Ramu, and he promised to give me swimming lesson every afternoon. And so it was during the afternoon, especially summer afternoons, especially summer afternoon. When he will teach, when he will give the lesson of swimming in the afternoon, when every body is sleeping at that very time. In afternoon, what we do? We eat and sleep. When we go to from school to home, what we do? We go there and eat our lunch and have some rest. We have rest. That time we choose for learning, for swimming. Especially summer afternoon when everyone else was asleep that we met. Very soon I was able to swim across the pond to sit astride a contented buffalo standing like an island in the middle of muddy ocean. Ramu came from a family of farmer and had as yet received no schooling. Now listen, student. Ramu, the boy, the little boy we can say, he was not having the schooling. He haven't gone to the school. But he had some lesson while listening, while saying from the elders how they are talking about the swimming, about other purpose, about the animals, about the birds. In this lesson, we will discuss step by step. So, student, he was having the knowledge. He was having the knowledge how to swim. Ramu came from a family of farmers. Ramu belongs to which family? Farmers' family. But he was well versed in folklore and knew a great deal about birds and animals. Being the village child, he was knowing about the animals, about the birds, about the creatures. In literature, what we learn? About the creatures. हम लोग किसके बारे में पढ़ते हैं? प्राकृतिक के बारे में. We should not destroy it. We all are gift of the God. While human beings, we can say animals, birds, and the natural creatures like trees, ponds, lake, mountains. I like the buffalo too, and the writer like the buffalo too. Sometimes we would try racing them, Ramu and I riding. And what Ramu and the writer was doing? What they were doing? They were riding on the buffaloes. And stream.